In this tutorial, I'm going to show you my favorite image compression plugin and how to use it on your website. This tutorial is part of the Time is Money playlist, where I showcase plugins that will cost money, but will save you a lot of time in the long run because you're not doing menial tasks that the plugins now do for you. That playlist is linked to in the description down below if you want to check it out. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below as well. I try to answer them the best I can. My name is Bjorn Allpass from WP Learning Lab, where we help you get better at WordPress so you can earn more for yourself, for your customers, and for your business. If you haven't done so yet, click subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Now let's get started. In a semi-recent tutorial, I showed you how to optimize images manually using tools that you can find online. And that's fine if you only have a few images to do. But what do you do if you have a lot of images you're uploading, or you just don't have the time to do it manually, even if you only have a few images? My favorite go-to plugin for optimizing images on WordPress is called ShortPixel. And you can get there through the link in the description down below. It'll take you to this page right here. And that link down below is an affiliate link. So if you do click on that, I do get a small commission if you end up signing up, but you can just use the free account. The free account gives you, if you go to either ShortPixel Image Optimizer or ShortPixel Adaptive Images, either one, both have free accounts. So on the Image Optimizer, you get 100 images for free in a month with a bonus of 50 images if you go through the link down below. And for the other guy, the Adaptive Images, you get 500 megabytes of CDN traffic, which is basically them serving the images for you from their high-speed network. You get a bonus 250 megabytes per month if you go through that link. What's the difference between these two, ShortPixel Image Optimizer and ShortPixel Adaptive Images? I have a tutorial focused on explaining that. I'll link to that in the card up above and the description down below. This tutorial is not about that. This tutorial is about saving time. So to save time, go ahead and sign up for free and get that extra 50% bonus. If you ever end up upgrading in the future, you can see each plan carries a 50% bonus. So as long as you go through the link down below, you'll get your 50%. So make sure you do that. And then once you have your ShortPixel account, you can log into it. If you go to your API keys tab, you see an API key right here. This is what you copy into the plugin. To get the plugin, you go back to your site, go to your dashboard, go to plugins and add new, look up ShortPixel. Install one of these. I currently have them both installed on this site. I recommend you go with this one if you're just starting out. This will optimize images right when they're uploaded to your site, and they're just going to stay optimized. This one optimizes them on the fly, which means you have to use their CDN, and that's also great. But if you want to know specifics, like I said, check out the tutorial I mentioned earlier. We're going to specifically look at the features of ShortPixel Image Optimizer in this video. So once you have it installed, you will see under Settings, a ShortPixel link right here. Click on that, and right at the very top, you paste in your API key that you get from your free account. Click on Save Changes, and you have the full plugin at your disposal, up to 150 images per month compressed. And the first thing I want to do when you set up this plugin is choose your compression type. You can choose lossy, glossy, or lossless. And it explains what they are down here. Lossless keeps you as close as possible to the original image. Also provides less compression, meaning the image size will be bigger. Glossy is the medium setting, and lossy is the highest rated compression, and tries to keep the images looking just the same as the original. We're going to do a little comparison in a few minutes, and we're going to see if that actually works or if that's true. And this is the best compression rate. This will help your site load the fastest. Another very important setting, especially if you're on the free plan, is also include thumbnails. When you check this box, it's going to optimize every image that WordPress makes from your original image. If you didn't know, when you upload an image to WordPress, WordPress actually makes a bunch of different versions of it depending on what your theme requires. Some themes will have thumbnails in the blog listings, or they have thumbnails in the sidebar, or they'll have thumbnails on the page. They'll have a featured image that's smaller than the original image. There's all kinds of ways images can be used on your site. And WordPress creates a new image for each one of those. And that helps with site speed. Instead of having one really big image and just telling it to look smaller for those specific areas, which you can do, but then you have a really big image loading in all those positions. Whereas if you create an individual image for each one of those spots, the image can be a lot smaller and a lot more optimized. So that's what this checkbox allows you to do. It allows you to optimize all the images WordPress creates from the image you upload. The drawback is, if you're on the free plan, it can eat up your image compression pretty quickly. So this is an option that you want to consider, want to give some thought to. You can even turn it on for a month and then turn it off and then turn it on and just see how it goes, see how your numbers go in your account. The image backup saves the original image. So if you upload an image, it's compressed immediately. But if you have this box checked, it's going to save a backup that you can revert back to if you want to. So maybe the image compression is just out of whack for that particular image. You can just restore the original and not have it compressed at all, but only if you check this box. And if you're finding this tutorial helpful, click the like button, because that helps this video show up for more people on YouTube so we can spread the knowledge and help more people with this information. So make sure to click like if you like this video. You also remove data that's associated with the image, like with the time it was taken, the location, all that kind of stuff. You can remove that, which helps with compression. You can also have it automatically resize images if you want to. And once you've set those settings, click on Save Changes. Let's quickly look at the Advanced tab. Here we can add an additional media folder. If you upload images via FTP, for example, and they don't go in through your media library over here, then you can add that folder and ShortPixel will compress everything within that folder, including PDFs. You can convert PNG images to JPEGs, which will take out the transparency in your PNGs. So if you have transparent backgrounds on your pictures, don't check this box. But if you're not worried about that, you can convert your PNGs to JPEGs, which makes them smaller. And I'll let you read through these on your own because they're all well documented. If you're concerned about one of these options or a little confused by what it's saying, leave a message in the comments down below and we'll try to figure out what it means. And those are the advanced settings. And we also have Cloudflare API if you want to integrate with Cloudflare. We also have stats on your site. There's some stats here, as you can see. And an important link is back on the General tab, the Save and Go to Bulk process. If you have an existing website and say you get one of the one-time plans on ShortPixel, you can go ahead to this page and then click on Start Optimizing Images. And then the plugin's going to go and optimize all those for you, which is a great feature to have. And I promised you I'd show you a comparison of the image compression. If we go to the media library and we make sure we're on list view, this will not work on the grid view. You've got to be on list view right up here on the left. And ShortPixel can't compress SVG images. So there's an NA for optimization. Down here we've got an image. This one's reduced by 32% in file size, which means it's going to load 32% faster, which is important. And if every image is compressed, then every single image on your page will load faster, which makes overall your site load a lot faster. If you click on this little hamburger icon, we can compare the original to the current optimized version. We can re-optimize its lossless, we can re-optimize its glossy, and we can restore the backup, which is the original image, which was that checkbox that we talked about a moment ago. And we see in brackets here the image compression type that was used for this one. We have a 32.44% compression using lossy. So let's re-optimize this with glossy, which was the middle setting. We'll let this run and we'll see what the compression rate is for that. It's all done, didn't take very long. It's at 7.9%. And if we go to lossless, which is the least amount of compression, it is 4.47%. And if we click on compare, it'll compare the original to the current lossless compression. The original's on the left and the ShortPixel lossless compression's on the right. Let's zoom in here. That's too far. It went away. Let's try that again. Try to zoom in so you can see better what's going on here. And did it again. One more time. I'm not going to zoom in this time. So we barely see any difference. Like there's a little, like if you look at the rim of the glasses right here as I go, they're a little bit smoother on the original than on the lossless. But overall, I think it's pretty good, especially because you're not going to be this zoomed in on the image more than likely. Because if you have a big feature image, it'll look a lot better than the smaller image that I have zoomed in right here. Let's try going back to the lossy compression and then comparing that to the original ShortPixel. It's all done. Let's go to compare. And here we see a bigger difference. So we see the rim of the glasses is still a little wonky, but we also see some artifacts on the eyes, and the eyes look a little blurry. And this is more compression. This is, instead of 4.5%, this is 32% savings in file size. And it shows here, it also optimized for thumbnails. So when this image was uploaded, WordPress also created 4 other versions of it, and those were all optimized. This one had 7 versions created. This one also had 4 and 4, and SVGs don't have compression with ShortPixel. And this PDF right here, a blank PDF, was reduced by 32.25%. That's pretty awesome. And this image right here, which is a thumbnail of my 11-point WordPress security checklist, reduced by 74%. So that's pretty sweet. Some images are going to have huge compression ratios and others not so huge. And if you want to get this security checklist, check out the link in the description down below. It'll also appear on the end screen of this video if you're on desktop. So the reason you want to compress your images is so they're smaller, so your site loads faster. And with ShortPixel installed, every time you upload an image to your site, it'll be compressed right away. And you might be wondering, what if I use WP Smush? Because I've heard of that, and I heard that's great. With the free account of WP Smush, you can compress more images than with ShortPixel, but the compression is only 50%. The free account for ShortPixel is a full ShortPixel plugin. It does it just as well as the paid plugin. It's just that you're limited to 150 images if you go to the link down below to get the 50% bonus. And so the Smush is great, but the compression is not as good if you're using the free account. I have a full video actually comparing the two. I've linked to that in the card above as well if you're interested, and the description down below. And the bulk image processing we saw the link to earlier is also over here. If you want faster access or don't want to go through the settings or what have you, you can get to the bulk processing here. And just to bring this full circle to what I mentioned at the beginning of this video is part of a new playlist I'm doing called the Time is Money playlist, which is dedicated to tools that cost money but save you time. We all know time is money. If you can save time doing menial tasks and have tools do that for you, then you can focus on growing your business. This is one of those tools. Rather than compressing images manually, you can do it now automatically, even with the free account. And so it might not cost any money at all, depending how many images you upload in a month. But if you do end up upgrading with ShortPixel, it will save you time. And it will make your site faster. And it will be something you don't have to worry about anymore. You can worry about growing your business. And so this video is the first in that playlist. So if you go there now, you're only going to see this video, but if you go there a month from now or 2 months from now, you're going to see more videos with more tools that cost money but save you time. Next up, check out the Time is Money playlist right here for more plugins and software that will cost money but will save you a lot of time, thereby saving your money because time is money. And if you haven't done so yet, click subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss new future videos. My name is Bjorn Allpass from WP Learning Lab. Till next time, keep crushing it, and I will see you in the next video.